GI-TV is brought to you by KWA, G&G Armament, Operation Lion Claws, Palco Sports, ICS, and Javelin Airsoft Gunworks. Hi GI-TV, I'm Bob the X-Man Hildebrand. Very happy to be back here again today to talk to you about a new series of videos we're doing about the progression of tactical gear in Airsoft. Now, when I first started playing Airsoft, I actually really wasn't sure if it was a hobby I really wanted to delve completely into, but a lot of my friends were into it. They had a lot of guns, they had some cool gear, and I really wanted to hang out with my friends and play a hobby that they're interested in too. So I went out, played a couple games. I was actually wearing almost the exact same thing you see here now. I had a black polo, I had some khakis because it looks kind of like a private military contractor loadout. You know, I wanted to look kind of cool at the same time, even though I was just getting into it. But I started borrowing guns and face masks from friends, and I played about 2 or 3 games and realized this is definitely a hobby I wanted to get into. So I purchased the bare minimum necessary, which was essentially a face mask and a gun. Alright, so as you can tell, I've got a dyed proto face mask here. This worked wonders because it protected everything I needed for protection, basically my face. But the next thing I did was I started wearing a hat because getting shot in the top of the head and the back of the neck really stings, and I didn't really appreciate that. But I also got this SEMA 28 AK. Now, this isn't the exact model I got, but I did get an AK and it lasted. It worked very well for years to come, and I do love AKs. Now, the next thing I noticed after the next 20 to 30 games I played is that I was getting lit up a lot in the chest and friendly fired in the back, neither of which I really appreciated, but I understood it was part of Airsoft. But I also was getting shot in the knuckles and the neck, and that just stings. So the next part of my Airsoft wish list for tactical gear was stuff for more and more protection. Alright, so as you can tell, I got some hard knuckle gloves for those close range shots that really sting, and I also got a vest that was very similar to this NC Star Tactical Cross Draw vest. It provides a fair amount of protection, has a lot of pouch space, and offers me the option of carrying a sidearm, which I always wanted to do ever since I started playing Airsoft. And I also got these OE Tech knee pads because I was very embarrassed the first time I put my knee down on some BBs. It stung quite a bit, and it was also doubly embarrassing because it was a self-inflicted injury. Now, the next thing I noticed when my friends first invited me out to some other fields I hadn't been to before, I saw my first MilSim player. That's military simulation for those of you out in GI-TV land who don't know. And man, they had a full military loadout, and that just looked so cool, I had to do it. So that's what we're going to cover on our next video on the tactical gear progression in Airsoft. I'm Bob the X-Man Hildebrand, and this is GI-TV. Airsoft GI-TV would like to thank Condor Outdoor, Elite Force, Contour Camera, Aries by Z-Shot, G-Code Holsters, and Vism by NC Star.